some Pokemon going down the stairs. Whoa. You gotta tell me when I hit the record button. Okay, so I know what you might be thinking. Why haven't I done a review on Pokemon White? Like, it's all I've been talking about, and it's obviously the best game ever. Duh, game of the year right here. Thing is, I don't have the software yet to actually record off my 3DS. I'd love to get it, but it's just money issues, economy, Obama. But right now I've got I've got three game reviews planned, recorded. I got one I might do sometime with a guest, but those are gonna be like holdover game reviews until I get the software, because I definitely want to do a game review of Pokemon Y. It'd be really fun to do, but right now I'm just not ready for it. So I'm sorry. I got Nintendo 64 games. We're gonna go back in time, and so I'll get around to it and just go away. Just wanna play some game. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Blake from the Pop Rant, and welcome to another ecstatic game review. I don't know. I'm having withdrawals from Pokemon Y right now. I need to play. But yeah, there's an announcement at the beginning of the video, so at least I'll put it there in the future, which in your term is the shut up. I'm playing Pokemon Stadium 2 for the Nintendo 64. I'm gonna do 3 straight weeks of Nintendo 64 games, or 4 if I'm in the mood. Just kind of showcase the good old days, because this is like a big thing for Nintendo. They just put out the new version of the Pokemon game, and they've been teasing us for almost a year of this new game. So it's like, why not delve into Nintendo's history by doing a little thing on N64 games? So I could have done Pokemon Stadium 1, but I mean, why would you do 1 when you can just do number 2, which has more? So 2 it is. So yeah, I'm gonna put a little history lesson in this. So Pokemon Stadium 2 in America is actually not the same Pokemon Stadium 2 released in Japan. Prior to X and Y, Japan usually got everything before America, which is still true. I mean, X and Y is just unique and awesome. Pokemon Stadium 1 in Japan was sort of like a championship bundle. It was based off the Pokemon used in their regional championships, or something like that. I can't exactly remember, but it was based off something. It only had about 50 of the 151 Pokemon available. So you didn't really get much. So they released a new version, Pokemon Stadium 2, with all 151 Pokemon inside of it. That became America's Pokemon Stadium 1. They eventually released Pokemon Stadium Gold and Silver, which is this game. So if you're looking for a Japanese version, because you're into that stuff, and you want this, Pokemon Stadium Gold and Silver is what you're looking for. If you look up Pokemon Stadium 2 and get that, you will get Pokemon Stadium 1. Just saying. So, Pokemon Stadium 2, this and Stadium 1, the Stadium games are pretty much the basis for, the basis for 3D Pokemon battling games that were to follow XD, Coliseum, and Battle Revolution, all followed in the next consoles, and I'm really hoping they've got something coming in. Really hoping the Wii U will do this, but Stadium games did it first. So, yeah. So this was basically their first test with 3D battling. Everyone wants to say X and Y did it first. No, Stadium did it first, really. This was kind of like a big leap for Nintendo and for the gaming world, where you actually had 3D Pokemon battling. I mean, yeah, you can link battle in your games, but you can't see them battle it out on the TV screen in 3 dimensions, just like you watch on the TV show. So that was pretty big for kids, and me too. It was amazing. Back in the day, I would enjoy my fair share of Pokemon Stadium 2. So yeah, this is my childhood, and I mean, yeah, it's I have to say it's really good graphics for Nintendo 64 quality. I mean, it's not like everything's got 1 pixel. Like, that's Nintendo 64 quality. Everything had 1 pixel. I mean, this has got at least 4. Oh, I'm just out of it. So anyway, Stadium 2. I guess I should stop saying Stadium 2 because it's both Pokemon Stadiums that are the same. Pokemon Stadium 2 just added in an extra layer that Gold and Silver did. So, the Stadium games. You've got, what I'm doing now is just free battle, play a rival, pick whatever Pokemon you want. Within reason, I don't know. Oh no, you have to beat the story mode in like Gym Leader Castle and whatever to get Mewtwo and Mew. But you get all the Pokemon except for Mewtwo and Mew because there's certain ways to do that where you just do this. You get rental Pokemon, or you can download Pokemon from your Game Boy game, and you know, do that, and you can do free battle. You've got kind of the tournament battles, which is the same thing, but it's in the tournament. You can win trophies and stuff, and up the difficulty, and you can play in certain. You can play just like Poke Cup, or not Poke Cup. They go Poke Cup, Great Cup, Ultra Cup, and Master Cup based on the Pokeballs, and those are the difficulties. You got like the Challenge Cup. I can't remember what they all are. One of them is like Little Battles. One of them's level 50 all, and one of them is like anything goes. I don't. There's like certain rules for certain championships to test your skill. So you got those. You got Gym Leader Castle, which Gym Leader Castle is probably one of my favorite parts of the Stadium games because it sort of gave you the option. It gave you the option to kind of like change everything up. Once you finished your gold and silver or whatever, you could maybe transfer your, you didn't want to play anymore. You transfer your Pokemon over to here, and you can do it all over again. I mean, they've got all the gym leaders, some random encounters in the middle, and then in Stadium 2, which is where it is different from Stadium 1, you can go to Kanto and battle all the Kanto leaders after you've beaten the Johto leaders, and that is actually how you get to Mewtwo. Once you beat the Kanto leaders and everything, like the final battle in the Gym Leader Castle area is Mewtwo. That is how you unlock him. But it is actually pretty cool how you like, oh, well, I want to play through the story mode. I've already got everything I want. Now I can play through it on here. I believe it's different, a little bit different. I don't think it wouldn't make sense that it'd be the same. I haven't really gotten too in depth, but it wouldn't make sense if it were the exact same as the handheld version of the game. So yeah, that wouldn't make any sense. Why would they do it the exact same way? So you got that pretty interesting mechanic that they involve in there, and you've got I'm dumb mini games, which I will be delving into in just a moment. Actually, we may not see the ending of this battle, but why not? So, mini games, you do mini games. It's pretty cool. My personal opinion on Stadium 2. It did pave the way and for other games. This game was sort of unique for its time. It was not only just so immersive, but it was connected with a handheld game. I don't believe any other console game before this point had really given you major connectivity with your handheld games, and not just one way, back and forth connectivity. Battle Revolution, that is, the revolution of what Stadium was doing. You could transfer your Pokemon over, you can battle, you can get stuff back, you can get an event Pokemon. I think you can get a special Pikachu in both games. I can't remember. And what else is it? You can get items, I believe. You can get items, you can get your special Pikachu, and I don't know if there's that much anything else you can get, but it is interesting just to see, like, oh, it's not like, oh, I transfer my Pokemon over and we battle and and it's done. No, because that'd be dumb. You would buy a game that's just, it's the same as your Pokemon game, but without the exploration. It's just battles. That's it. You just fight. That would be pointless. This actually has a point to it. And it's still fun today. Like, I go to a friend's house, we still we'll play Stadium because it's just not only is that nostalgia factor, but it's a fun game. I mean, it's fun to go back to the old games and the old days and everything. And just be like, well, this is how it was. Remember childhood and explore it all over again. So I'm actually gonna skip ahead in the video here to minigames because the minigames are like half the game in my opinion. So I will see you in whenever. Hey, look at that! I won! Who else thought that would happen? No one? Well, I hate you all. Nah, I love you all. You're good people. So, there's that. Win. Duh. So, let us proceed to the wonderful land of minigames, where we shall immerse ourselves in games involving small and cuddly and adorable Pokemans. So, we're just gonna go straight into just whatever I feel like doing. I'm gonna play Eager Eevee because I like that game. So, minigames. I'm just playing the regular version. You can play a tournament with friends and the computer where you roll dice to each number corresponds to a certain amount of coins you get. You set the coin, that's your score limit. Each dice roll represents how many coins you get, and if you steal them from a player, and if you get to pick the game or it's random. It's really fun. Like I still play that with my friends. Like we play mini game tournaments. It's fun. So Eager Eevee. I guess we'll just kind of showcase these games. Obviously, you can see you got to grab the fruit in the middle. I mean, you look at them. They're simple. They're simple, fun little mini games. And as I remember from Pokemon Stadium 1, a few in particular are quite mentally challenging. Yeah, it was pretty good amount of torture in my childhood from playing the Clefairy's Classroom. Anybody? People gotta remember that. Horrible. Never forget. So, yeah, because Peach is the best Pokemon. Let's do it. So, I mean, this is one of the aspects of the game that I really enjoyed. Like, it seems kind of like childish or like, why would you just play Pokemon for the side, the mini games? Like, why not just battle? Well, it's not all about battling. I mean, come on, this is fun. I don't even know what else I'm saying. So, yeah, it's great. I just electrocuted some small Pichus, and now I am excitedly happy about what I have done. So, Pokemon Stadium 2. It's good stuff. It was fun. I guess we'll just play one more mini game. I mean, Tumbling Togepi, why not? All you gotta do is run. So, I guess I'll just end it at that. Game. I'm gonna rank this game as. Ew, 8.5 out of 10. I'm sorry, Nintendo. 8.5 out of 10. Reason I'm not giving it a 10 out of 10. Maybe it's just because I don't like how. Is it just the difficulty that kind of kills me? Or is it the way they kind of jip you with the rental Pokemon? It's kind of they make it where you want it's much more preferred to connect with your game. And if you don't have the game like I did when I was a kid, it was kind of like, well now what? Because I didn't have a Game Boy, so kind of meh got me there. So it does make you want to connect, and a lot of games do these days, like Battle Revolution. Battle Revolution, you pretty much cannot play that game enjoyably unless you have a DS with a fourth generation game, because the rental Pokemon they give you are terrible, and you're not gonna have any fun playing online matches with people. It's just not going to be any fun. So it is much more desirable with games like this if you had the games beforehand. And, why wouldn't you get the game beforehand? It's Pokemon. It's great. So if you're into old games and you're into Pokemon and you didn't play Stadium 2 as a child, which I am ashamed if you did not and you are a Pokemon fan, at least when you were then, please go out and buy this game. Get a Project 64 emulator or something if you want. I mean, just get something. Find out how to get this game. You will not regret it. You will not regret this game. It's fun. Like I'm playing it. If you're playing it on an emulator, it may not be as great, like see graphics wise. It may not be as great, but it's an enjoyable experience. So, uh, you know, go ahead and get this game. Next week it'll be either Pokemon Snap or Star Fox 64. Uh, see you guys then. Pokemon Boy.